Wait, this sounds kind of juicy. The biggest troll in GoldenEye speedrunning history?
Hello, you absolute legends. In January of 2019, I did something pretty incredible. I beat the...
Have you seen this?
GoldenEye level frigate on the agent difficulty in 22 seconds. This was noteworthy at the time because the previous record of 23 seconds was one of the longest lasting world records in the game's history. It was in September 2005 that GoldenEye legend Wouter Jansen first beat frigate agent in 23 seconds.
Man, I might need to go back to GoldenEye. The GoldenEye era was kind of fun. It was short, but it was fun.
So when I achieved 22, this broke a record that was over 13 years old. Frigate is a short level, but within the GoldenEye speedrunning community, it's infamous for how much luck is required to beat it quickly. On the easiest difficulty, Agent, the objectives are really simple. Free 2 hostages by killing the hostage takers and throw a tracker bug onto the helicopter. Doing these objectives and escaping in 22 seconds is rather trivial for any top player, but the odds of the hostages escaping in time are astronomically low, and it's this reliance on a large amount of luck that made 23 seconds such a hard time to beat. Since I first achieved 22 seconds in 2019, our level of understanding about how the hostages work has vastly improved. This has led to some pretty significant strategy improvements that made the record much easier. And as of today, 8 other people have managed to tie my record.
Oh shit.
In fact, with these strategy improvements, a time of 21 seconds is not only now possible, but is inevitable. And truth be told, it has probably already happened. In December of last year, a player that no one had ever heard of came out of nowhere and shocked everyone when they posted a new record of 21 seconds on Frigate Agent. Crazy things like this have happened before, so it's not completely out of the question that a new player from outside of the community could come in and achieve a new record, but it is suspicious. Especially because Frigate in particular is a level where it's pretty easy to fake a video. Looking at the ranks now, the record is still 22 seconds first achieved by me, so evidently this record wasn't accepted. But it's not because it's fake. It's not because this person cheated. No, the reason the world record for Frigate Agent is still 22 and not 21 is far dumber than anything you could come up with yourself. In today's video, we will take a look at this mysterious record and why some incredible...
why you gotta edge me, Carl? Like, I feel like he could just give it right now. And somehow it's gonna spread over the next 10 minutes. Veets, thank you for the prime.
Decisions led to this amazing record being buried forever. I really hope you enjoy. Now, legends, a huge shout out to today's play. Again, special seconds to collect 29. Well, don't miss out. When I achieved a time of 22 seconds back in 2019, it was really good. I used the same strategy that had always been used on this level, all the way back since speedrunning GoldenEye began. And using this old original strategy, I am still the only person to have achieved a 22. But since I got this record, our knowledge of the level has vastly improved, and now things are done differently.
Didn't he just... Okay, I'm sorry, but did he not just say that?
Now it's understood that it's far better to release the hostages in the reverse order, which greatly improves their ability to escape. And doing this, several people have been able to match 22. But the biggest breakthrough was the introduction of a strategy that involves killing a hostage taker during the opening cinema.
What?
You can't see it, but these shots killed a hostage taker through the windows of the bridge of the ship. This allows a hostage to be freed much earlier, and it means you now only need to free 1 hostage during normal play, which is a second faster. The only catch is that in order to shoot in the opening cinema, you need to use a control scheme that involves the use of 2 controllers. This is a pretty famous and well-known glitch that was first used in other levels in 2010, but on Frigate specifically, it's much more difficult because you have to use a very specific control style that is much harder to strafe with. It's different to other levels where 2 controllers are used, which is normally a lot easier, and I've personally used to great success. That's why, despite being theoretically faster by a whole second, the added difficulty of needing to use 2 controllers means that it's harder to take full advantage of the time gained. And so far, people have only been able to tie my record of 22 seconds, even with this head start. That is, until December of last year, when out of nowhere, a player by the name of Rebecca Smiths posted a run of 21 seconds to the rankings. This was literally their first time ever posting posted to the ranks. This is immediately and obviously suspicious, as it's basically unprecedented in GoldenEye for an unknown player to join the ranks with only one time.
Rebecca Smith, huh?
It's happened once before though in Perfect Dark, when the player Dennis Lucid joined with an untied in 2009. But Perfect Dark was far more underplayed at the time, and the circumstances around that made more sense. Dennis Lucid joined with a new strategy that allowed his new record to happen. It's also suspicious and convenient that the level is Frigate Agent, which is by far the easiest level to fake an untied record on. In a video I made in 2020, I even made my own fake Frigate Agent run and showed just how easy it is. If you hack the game so the hostages always escape, getting a run fast enough to get a new record is honestly pretty trivial. So my first assumption was that this was a troll who faked a new record and submitted it anonymously to the ranks. But then, things started getting really weird, as it was found that this person, Rebecca Smiths, had originally posted a frigate run of 22 seconds to the GoldenEye Speedrunning Discord back in June of 2022. She never posted it to the ranks, so even I didn't know about it. But after her 21, this old run resurfaced. The Discord account only had one post,
Man,
which was
thank you
to
for
show
Prime.
this run, and after that, she disappeared.
Wait, this whole time I haven't had alerts. Oh my god.
Thanks.
Wait, Remedy, thank you for the 300 bits. Oh shit, I fucking didn't hear alerts. Revo and Veets, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm liking the Trey Bordeaux videos. Keep them coming.
And it was so strange, the YouTube account that posted the run of 22 seconds still only had one video. And when she got 21, she created an entirely new YouTube channel again. Everything about this was really, really weird. If it was a troll, this had been in the works for well over 1.5 years. The community wasn't
What
sure
is
what
going
to make
on
of
here,
this,
man?
but things were made a lot simpler by the GoldenEye Speedrunning moderation team, who rejected the run because it didn't meet proof standards. The video had a large amount of ghosting, which is where frames blended together. This is caused by rendering a video with a different frame rate to what it originally had, and not using the correct settings. GoldenEye proof standards are extremely high because we want to make sure we can use video evidence to weed out fake runs.
Hey
and
man,
if the quality is
just wanna
poor,
say
it
me
is
and
much
Trey
harder
really
to spot
appreciate
fakes.
you taking the time to watch the video. We're really glad that the majority of the community is liking the videos as well. Also
Nails, 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 nails,
2 thumbs up.
nails, 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 nails,
So Rebecca's 20 runs, and if the quality is poor, it is much harder to spot fakes. So Rebecca's 21 was removed. But then, shockingly, a few days later, she got
Yo, have fun
21
playing
again,
Tetris.
this time with
Thank
better
you.
proof. So now we have a situation where a brand new player gets a brand new untied
Are you a
record
cheater?
not once,
No.
but twice in a span of a few days.
Never cheated,
And it just
never
so
will.
happens to be on the level that's easiest to fake. Now the proof moderators wanted more proof, so they requested videos of her gaming sessions where she achieved the record. This has been done before on this level. Back in 2017, proof moderators asked for the full session from the player, Luke Pettit, after he achieved a new record of 58 seconds on the Secret Agent difficulty. This was requested because he had achieved 58 only a few days after the GoldenEye champion Rayan Isran set a new record of 59. So this kind of thing isn't new, and in that instance, Luke did provide a video of his entire session, which was around 30 minutes long. Providing a full session is useful because it would show the player can consistently get runs of that speed, and if they did fake a 21, it would mean they would need to splice it onto the end of a full session. And splices are much harder to hide than just using a game shark for the hostages. In this case, when requested, Rebecca refused to provide the entire session, saying that she always deletes them immediately to save on hard drive space.
Okay, that is fair. Like the recordings of like a stream or something or whatever, like gaming, they're big files.
This only made things even more suspicious. The proof moderation team then requested a live gameplay session. This is very commonplace in other games, but it's the first time I've ever seen this being requested in GoldenEye. Rebecca did provide a 7-minute session. She didn't fully appear on camera, and only her hands and legs were visible, so it was impossible to know who was playing. But whoever was playing could indeed play the game.
I have those
and they
socks.
could play it well. Unfortunately, because she didn't appear on camera, we couldn't rule out the possibility that this was all some prank by an existing top player, or at least so we thought, because someone in the proof moderation team did notice something in the video that was interesting. They had seen that TV before, and they knew exactly who owned it. A player by the name of Philip Bezgubov owned one just like it, and it had even been seen in videos before. Philip had been in the community for over 10 years, first joining in 2012, and he was a really good player. He had even set a couple of untied world records, most notably Depot Agent in 23 seconds in 2015, which is still the record today. But just because the TV was the same, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the same person. However, on December 24, Philip slipped up. Previous attempts at looking at IP addresses had failed because Rebecca was always using a VPN. But on this particular day, Rebecca...
Bro, they're looking at the fucking IP address? Holy shit.
Her account on the ranks, and then immediately after that, logged into Philip's account on the forums, using the same IP. The moderation team knew it was Philip at this point, and in an effort to get him to confess himself, they requested a face reveal, at which time Philip revealed that Rebecca Smith's was indeed him, by posting a new time to the Rebecca Smith's YouTube channel showing his name. A few days later, he would post a lengthy apology. He claimed that he invented Rebecca Smith's just to mess about, and the entire thing was supposed to be a joke. Despite lying about who he was and trying to fool the proof moderators, he was adamant that he really did achieve a time of 21 seconds, and not only once, but twice. Ultimately, the moderation team voted to reject his time of 21 seconds and ban him from submitting new times to the ranks for 2 years.
Holy!
Personally, I think it is plausible that Philip really did get 21 seconds. But ultimately, speedrunning is still a hobby that strongly revolves around trust. While videos go a long way to prove speedruns, it is never a certainty that someone hasn't faked a new world record. And Philip's dishonesty about who he really was...
Bro, they're really gregging their shit at the fucking mod team over there.
Broke the very foundation upon which everything else is built. Unfortunately, if you can't trust a player, it's hard to accept anything they provide is real, especially when faking this world record in particular is so easy. This is all a huge shame, because if Philip's 21 is real, I wanted to be on the ranks, even if I do lose a world record. GoldenEye speedrunning has been such a meaningful and important part of my life that I hold a special place in my heart for the rankings, and each and every one of the world records on it means a lot to not only me, but many of the other speedrunners. So to have a new world record buried to the sands of time just because a player treated the ranks as a joke is very unfortunate. I guess we'll see who else wants to put in the time to beat Frigate Agent in 21 seconds, given that the record is still up for grabs. And who knows, maybe the player that gets it might just be me. Thanks for watching, you legends. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
Goodbye, Carl. Maybe I should go for it. Damn, that is kind of dumb. You think they would at least have it on there, like an unnamed record or something? Oh, man. That's some silliness there.